All right, we are recording. What's up, folks? Glazer here. Happy Monday, week 2 of Berkeley High School. High five, empathy, U9, all that good stuff. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. A little bit of rain here in Trient, Switzerland. And wanted to start with a little story, and then we'll talk about what we're working on today in class. Had a good one. One of the skills we wanted to get better at this summer was foraging for mushrooms. We've never done this in Berkeley, and we have friends that do, and it's very popular in France. Like, if you know anybody that lives in any kind of like rural French countryside, chances are they go hunting for their own mushrooms. It's kind of just like a very common occurrence here, which is not really as common in the United States, at least maybe not in the Bay Area. I don't know. I've never done it. So one of my goals was to kind of learn how to do this and figure out how to do this. So this is my older son, Sage, here. And he they went on like a day camp with the Chamonix guides, and it was a super rainy day. And the positive thing that happened there was that they learned how to forage for chanterelle mushrooms, right? And so we've been kind of practicing this and working on this. This is actually from last week, but we went out again today looking for these things because a little bit rainy out here. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but a little bit cloudy, a little bit rainy. And these mushrooms are sometimes kind of buried under the debris a little bit, right? And they're very recognizably kind of bright yellow, and we've learned how to identify these things, right? They have what's called faux gills or fake gills on the bottom. I don't have one now. We found some today and we ate them already. I would have shown them to you. They don't have real mushroom gills like you might find on like you might find on other mushrooms with like the individual really thin kind of papery gills, and they smell like apricots. It's the craziest thing. They really do smell. They smell fruity and like apricots. So this is Sage found a bunch of these. This was like last week, I think. We didn't find as many today, but he still got some. And if you line them up here, woo boy, that's what we cooked up and ate. You saute them a little bit. You have to dry saute them, right? Because they release their own water, their own moisture as you dry saute them. They put a little bit of butter in, a little bit of salt. Ooh, these are good. So now I want to go hunting for these in Berkeley. They grow in Berkeley. I think they grow up in the East Bay Hills and in Tilden and areas like that. So send me an email if anybody. I see mushroom hunters don't share their spots, right? But if you're into this and if you go mushroom hunting or foraging, let me know. I won't steal your spot, but maybe you kind of point me in that right direction there. So anyway, that's my story for today, and we're gonna head out tomorrow, I think, because looks like we'll get some more rain tonight. You got to catch them with the right kind of moisture content out there, and I'm hoping they pop up overnight. I'll let you know tomorrow what happens. Okay, let's start talking about physics. What do I want to show you here? All right, so in your Pear Deck today, there is a slide. It's like slide 3 and 4. That are going to ask you to sign up for an account with Gizmos. Okay, we're going to be using this as the lab tomorrow, so please try to sign up for this today. And if it does not work out, send me an email, and we'll try to troubleshoot and diagnose this. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this, but there are 4 join codes down here for period 1, period 2. Period 3, it's raining a little bit right now, period 3 and period 4, okay? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to this website, explorelearning.com, okay? You're going to hit login and enroll right here, okay? You don't have a username and a password right now, okay? So don't do that. Instead, go down to the student class enrollment. This is the code for period 1. I already have that in there, okay? So put your class code in there, period 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then hit enroll in class. Okay, let's see what happens. And that should take you there. It should say enroll in class, period 1 physics, okay? I am assuming you don't have an Explore Learning account unless maybe you use this in 7th or 8th grade or something. So you go to the green one that says register now to enroll, and it'll take you here, okay? You do not need to fill in an email address right here, okay? You're going to fill in your first name, your last name, Then you're going to put in a username and a password down here and confirm your password. Okay. This doesn't have to be like amazingly high security or anything like that. Okay. But you do need to remember it. Hold on. I think I'm okay. If it starts raining more, I'm going to put an umbrella up so I don't get my computer. Hold on one second. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Solving problems. Okay. I think we should be good now. Username, password, we're going to use this a lot. Like sometimes we're going to use this a couple times a week. Okay. So just try to remember your username and password. I actually can tell you this if you forget it, but use something that you will easily remember. Okay. That's all you need to do today. You just need to make the account today, and slides 3 and 4 will show you how to do that there. Okay, so just make sure you make the account today, and that's good. And then you'll need it to log in to your lab tomorrow. Okay, and the topic that we're looking at this week is about speed versus velocity. Okay, and that's what you're going to be looking at in the Pear Deck today. That's what we're going to be looking at in the labs this week. Okay, we have some nice simulation labs for you guys this week. So here's the thing with speed and velocity. I'm going to step you through this in the Pear Deck today, right? But the general idea with speed and velocity, okay? Speed is always going to be a positive number, okay? You can't go a negative speed. One way to think about this is a speedometer in your car, a speedometer in your car, if you will, okay? And it's always going to show a positive number. Even if you back up and reverse in a car, that speedometer still goes up because it's just telling you the rate of speed that you're moving. It's not saying anything about positive or negative. It's not saying anything about the direction you're going. Okay. That is what we describe using velocity. All right. Velocity can have a positive or a negative value because velocity is speed with direction. That's the easiest thing to remember. That's the easiest way to remember it. Okay. If you remember that velocity is speed with direction, you'll be good for this entire class. And the way we indicate direction with velocity is a positive or a negative is one way to do it. Okay. We can also draw it as a vector and actually physically draw which direction it's going in. Okay. The other thing that we're going to talk about in the Pear Deck today is that velocity is what we call a vector, which is a measurement that has a magnitude and direction. Okay. It has a value and it has a direction in which it's going, right? And speed is what we call a scalar measurement. It's just a value. It just has a number. It doesn't tell you anything about direction. Okay. So if you look at this little red car here, right? If the red car is going left, usually left is a negative direction. It depends, but if we don't tell you otherwise, left is going to be a negative direction. You can say this car has a speed of 25 meters per second. You can say it has a velocity of negative 25 meters per second. Okay, that's because it's going left. Now, if you look at this car here, right, it's got also has a speed of 25 meters per second. You can say it has a velocity of positive 25 meters per second. And that confirms that it's actually going that direction. Okay, we could also talk about east, west, use the compass directions, things like that. But what I want you to realize is that basically velocity is speed with direction, and we're going to step you through that. We're going to look at position, we're going to look at displacement in the Pear Deck today, and then we'll come back to a lab and really work on it some more tomorrow. Okay, all right folks, that's what I got for you for the little intro video today. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know how the mushroom hunting goes, and we'll get started on the lab tomorrow. All right, peace. Oh no, I don't want to cancel. Sorry. I want to do this one. Finish recording. Bye.